Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, everyone. Hello, guys. How are you doing today? I hope everyone is having a great time. Guys, can you please confirm that you can hear me and see me clearly? Because I changed some devices today. So just to make sure that everyone has sound, please. It's perfect. Okay, what about you guys from the YouTube? Please confirm. Okay. So just for those, okay, thank you so much. Appreciate it. For those who are not familiar yet with our weekly podcast, please make sure you engage yourself with the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, because as I said all the time, every Monday, usually we upload the podcast on the channel. So you're able to listen what the fundamental news will be for the week, and also how can you interpret them with your trading. Okay, I believe it's something really cool, and let me just send you the link right now. Just bear with me. So here is the link. Good morning everyone. Good morning, guys. Yeah, oh, good. So in regards to the mobile application, in case you don't have it yet, please make sure you download it from the App Store and the Google Play. And the disclaimer, just to make it obvious that this webinar, it's not for any personal advice, personal recommendation, financial advices. Okay, we do pure market analysis here. We go through based on what we believe it's going to happen in the market because of the price action, and that's all we do. Guys, if you haven't follow us on the Instagram yet, please make sure you do so. I sent you the links just in case you are new here and you haven't have the chance to know which one is our Instagram account. I will definitely encourage everyone to follow the Instagram page, because on a daily basis, we put reels, we put stories, we put content out there that it's going to help you massively improve your understanding about everything. And it's a slot for 250 withdraws. Sorry, Flavor, I don't understand. How about Dow? Yeah, we will go through we'll go through everything. Just before we go, let's have a look at the premium analytics to see what's the major today's top headlines. And let's start. So today's top headlines from the Premium Analytic portal: China November export fall, trade surplus narrows. You can see here that outbound shipment declined 8.7% on year in December compared to 0.3% year-over-year decline record in October. Goldman CEO David Solomon prepares for a possible recession. Thank you very much. US watchdog sanction KPMG firms audit professionals. Oil prices and energy stocks are headed in different directions. What gives? Airbus warns it will miss full-year delivery target. Exiled Russian TV channel loses license in Latvia. Elon Musk's release of document triggers Twitter lawyer Jim Parker exit. TikTok national security deal faces more delays as worry grows over risk. Okay, these are the major news for the day. For our calendar, it says here that balance of trade in China, the number came way below than what the market, the forecast expected. Good morning for those who join us now. So here is our MT5 platform. Let's start with the dollar index first. Let's see the dollar index on the daily chart. So we have this tentative trend line, and we expect to be respected at this point here, unless the buyers are strong and they're going to try to create some strength in the US dollar. Beside that, we are in between of a downwards trend line and a horizontal support. So when price it's in between this area, it doesn't give us any clear clues of where the price might want to travel from this point. So what can we do today? Aggressive traders can buy because they value this support as very important. This one here. Then aggressive sellers will sell because they see this 200-day moving average, one of the 200-day moving average. For those who don't know, it plots on the charts because it shows 1 year of cycle. That's why they use the 200 days. And it's 200 trading days. So when traders, they come across the 200, it's one of the most respectable moving average indicator in the markets. And a bounce below a break and close below the 200, traders, they valid it as a strong resistance on the subsequent bounce. But other traders, they don't have it on the chart, and they see that this was a very recent support, and they believe that the market, it's going to push to the upside. Then there are the trend line traders. They draw trend lines and they see where the price can find some resistance. And it's this scenario we faced here. So we have 3 different valid and different options and opinions about the trend lines, about the market, what it might doing next. So what can we do? In my opinion, I just see uncertainty here. I'm more bearish, because more bearish for me, technical analysis, it's more valid at this point, but we will see what's going to happen. Then the DAX, it's been a while in this steep upward trend line. So the market may want to come. Now we broke below this trend line. So the market may want to come and retest this area here. I said many times that the middle of a long candle can act as support when price correct it moves. So we will see what is going to happen. For now, are we selling? I don't see any sell confirmation signals here. The only reason we're going to sell, it's if someone sells, I believe it's more based on feelings than based on technical analysis. That's all. But by all means, if you are a trader that does analysis on the 1-hour chart, then you do see this as a downtrend, right? Because that's what you see. You see this broke level of support, now can act as resistance. So 1 hour time frame analyst with executions on the 5 minutes, 15 minutes, they just see there's a downtrend. But for us that we do analysis on the higher time frames, which is the best way to, in my opinion, to trade, is an uptrend with possibility of correction, and we want to see what the price it's going to do when it comes to this level. Now, if the price is going to break and create a new high and then a new low, so we're going to have a higher highs, sorry, we're going to have a lower highs and a lower lows, definitely we're going to look for shorts, right? If the price is going to do this. So we have a lower high and we're going to have a lower low. So we're going to look for a retracement to sell it. But for now, we don't have any clarity in this market. This resistance here on the FTSE 100 looks like it's a strong area because buyers, they didn't push through. Majority of the participants here are buyers, as you can see, they didn't push through. Now sellers, I believe they're going to try to take advantage of that. But again, in order to start, it's good to acknowledge where the trend is so we can anticipate some moves. The trend is cleaning towards the upside. So if we break and close below, it's the first signal that the market is telling us maybe it's time to reverse. What we're going to do, we're going to wait to see the pattern that indicates that sellers are in control, and then we're going to start selling. Now, as for today, I don't see that this one gives good opportunity. Same now with the Dow Jones 30. We said that our target, we were holding multiple positions. Our target was here. Now the market is trying to make, I like this. If we're going to break and close below this swing low here, I will definitely keep an eye on that, guys, because this one, it looks like it's a good level of support. If it breaks with a close below, then I'm pretty sure we're going to see some good move. Nasdaq here at support, just moving sideways, nothing special. S&P yesterday, we said that if price is going to hold above this trend line support for some push to the upside, but we said that if the US dollar will push to the upside, definitely we're going to see weakness in all these markets. Dow Jones, is it forming an evening star on the weekly? Yes, you can say that it's forming an evening star. Most likely it's a kind of a doji star, and it's even more powerful than just an evening star. It's a doji evening star because this one here, it's a doji one, so it's much more powerful. Well spot on, Cherry. That's a strong reversal signal. Has gold formed evening star? Sorry, Rumen, not Cherry. Rumen spotted gold evening star daily and bearish rejection candle. How would you play it? Gold. We will have a look at the gold. So you guys realize that when we experience uncertainty in the dollar, then the indices, they doesn't give us opportunities to trade, right? Because of the dollar uncertainty. Pound against the dollar. Looks like it's trying to sell off as well. Really depends what the dollar is going to do. Then we're going to see some clarity in the market. Now, if we're going to turn it on the weekly chart, this trend line resistance broke to the upside. Now so that's not valid anymore. So that trend line broke, we take it out of the chart. Now the market came at this area of resistance here. We clearly see resistance. Now, if it's going to sell off, we don't have any evidence that the market can sell off in a trending way. The only evidence we have is that at resistance, sellers make their appearances. And we said many ways, guys, many times we make it clear that when the daily and the weekly charts confirm each other, that's the highest probability trades and markets to participate. Right now, on the higher time frame, it looks like we are still in a downtrend, but on the very big scale, on the intermediate trade, that's where we trade, basically on the intermediate trend, we just see that the market is just making higher highs. Now, until this resistance, we were buying. Now we're going to wait for either a break of the resistance of signals that this trend is over and it wants to reverse. So we're going to be sellers. Okay, that's how I would like you to think in your trading. Then yesterday we talked about this this long-term resistance on the, or it was on the podcast. I talked about that. I think so. It was on the podcast about this long-term trend line resistance on the weekly chart. It's been in effect since 2021, April. So the major trend is down. The price came, we expect the price to come and retest this area here, the 107.22. But it looks like that the market wants to sell off again. You see, guys, how much uncertainty it is when we don't have clarity on the dollar. Here, the market, it's making higher highs. Okay, on the dollar, the market is in between a support and a resistance trend line, as a horizontal support and trend line resistance. So how do you play this? Okay, probabilities, they don't favor any buy or sell signals. Unless you go down, as I said many times, to 15 and 5-minute charts and you just try to estimate what it's going to happen and where it's better to position myself. But trust me, this it doesn't work in our favor most of the times. So let's get rid of this as well. Here we are at support, the QE. This bearish engulfing yesterday on the QE didn't follow through. So if sellers that were here, in my opinion, they should make their appearance. So we didn't see any sell-off. You see, previously here, the market break below the resistance and sellers, they make their appearances. Then here, the market came at resistance and the sellers, they make their appearances. Here, the market retraced, sellers, they sold. But here, bearish engulfing, yesterday, the market didn't do anything. Aussie cuts still the same. Gold. What's happening with gold? Has gold formed evening start on the daily? No, that's not an evening start on the daily. The evening star candlestick pattern, it's a 3 candlestick pattern. Let's say this is the bullish one. Sorry, guys, my mouse, the mouse, it's not working today. So I just use the pad to draw when it's really, it's hard. That's why I don't draw that much today. The evening star, we want to see a small body candle with a very small, like a spinning candle. So that's what we want to see here, a small body with small up and lower shadow. And then we want to see a bearish candle. Let's say we are in an uptrend like this. Let's say that this is a green candle, and then we want to see a bearish candle. When we see this pattern here, it's not an evening star. That's a hanging man. That's how we call it in the candlestick pattern chart. So this is a hanging man. We find hanging man in an uptrend, and then the hanging man is exactly the same pattern like the hammer, but we see it at the end of an uptrend development. And it's a very, very good reversal pattern. So I'm trying to find an evening star to show you. So I don't see anything now. So this market here, what can it do? Really, it's going to follow the dollar, right? But really, yesterday, I was expecting to see some follow through, but the dollar stuck between that support and that resistance, and it didn't follow through. That's why it didn't give us any clarity. The USD against the Japanese yen, it's coming finally on this resistance. We will see what's gonna happen. Anyhow, I have the FIB retracement tool, and I tried to find some FIB levels here. It looks like if we use this high point here, we are expecting to see some deep retracement. But if we go for a very short-term cycle, the one that the market put at this point now, it looks like that it can possibly retrace from this area. So we'll see. Some clear pairs to trade are the Canadian dollars. So euro against the CAD, it's been a while. We talked about that it's trending to the upside. Now, if you are doing 4-hour trading, when you see trending markets, that's where your focus should be all the time. Sometimes you can nicely channel the price, sometimes not. So this trend line, it's either you take it from here or you take it from there. These points are very, very accurate. Let's just remove this one here. It's fine. So there are some subsequent bounces here. You see this hammer here. You see this long lower shadow push to the upside. These are good to keep an eye on. It's been a while. We talked about the euro against the Canadian dollar, that after it broke here, we were trying to find some entry points at this level. The market didn't even give us any retracement. Another one was the New Zealand against the Canadian dollar. Of course, we talked about that. So for 4-hour candlestick traders, for 1-hour trend traders, swing traders, this type of markets are the one you want to trade, guys. They give you the highest probability to participate. So we have 2 touches, 3 touches here. If the market pull back on the 4-hour chart, you can initiate some trades. With the Canadian dollar and the Kiwi, the next level of resistance. It's this area here. So there is fairly room to move to the upside. We will keep an eye on this as well. Pound yen is just moving sideways. What about the euro? The euro against the kiwi, it's creating these lower highs, lower lows. Here it was another area of resistance, but that's a bit messy, to be honest. Here it was this rejection here with a candlestick pattern. About the end gas, we said yesterday that traders, they were holding positions from this area up there. You reached nicely the target, so I hope that everyone make sure they are locked in profits up to this point. What's next from here? If we're going to break below, then we have a long way to test this area here. Okay, if we're not going to break below, then we have a long way to the upside. Now, Rumen, now buying gas. You have that aggressive trading style, don't you? Yeah. Now, I'm not buying gas now just because it touches this support. I would like to see some look. Technically, when a price touches a strong support, yeah, technically we are buying. Yes, because we want to buy low. Now, previously, when the market came here, it just, you see this candlestick. Sometimes it's good to pay attention to what happened the last time the market touched that area. The market was, last time when it visited in October, the same area of support, it was just leaving these shadows, confirming that sellers, they are not keen to break below the support. What else this shadow means? Nothing else. It's just sellers are not the one who control this zone down there. Now, here, the market broke below to find these buyers. Maybe it's a false break. From the 4-hour chart, definitely looks like a false break. Now, if we buy here, then when it's our stop, it has to be not just below this low point, just a little bit lower, okay? Just to be on the safe side, because maybe the market will decide to do another bottom on the 4-hour chart or 1-hour chart. Jonah, you put your question in the Q&A box. Please make sure you next time you put it on the chat so I can see it. The gap in downtrend, I assume that you are talking about, this one, yeah? The gaps, there are 3 types of gaps. There are the breakaway gaps, the runaway gaps, and the exhaustion gaps. Now, the runaway gaps, usually we call them also measurement gaps because they appear in the middle of the move. Usually they get filled, yes. So this one has high chances to be filled before we're going to see, if we're going to see new move to the downside. These have a high chance to be filled first. Okay, so yes, well spot on. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so with the majors, we have this uncertainty about the direction, but there are crosses now we can focus for the day and for the next week, I believe so, until we see some clarity with the majors. All right, so that's all from me today. I hope you will enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe with your trading, and I look forward to see you again tomorrow at the same time. Thank you so much.